This is part 2 of our 2-part series on NPCs. Here we continue our conversation on what it is, how to tell if someone is, and what's the social reasoning behind this.
Let's talk about what intuition really is.
Let's look at all the places intuition and ego show up in your life.
Let's share honestly.
Let's do the research.
I'm Jamie Hayhurst.
I'm Heather Wood.
This is the Intuitive Girl's Guide.
This episode will play uninterrupted after a brief message from our sponsors.
You know what goes great with podcast listening?
A great cup of coffee from a great coffee shop. Restoration Coffee. Can we go?
Yeah, check them out and visit restoration-coffee.com.
Hey Jay.
Hey.
We're back for part 2 of NPCs.
Yeah, we are.
Is your neighbor an NPC? Find out here. No, that's not what we're talking about.
No.
But if you have not listened to part 1, please go do that and then come here. But we're continuing our conversation where I asked you the question, do you think there are non-humans or other beings around us? And we both said yes.
Yes. It would be unfair for us to have episodes on like Fae or archangels.
Right.
But then to say, we don't think this. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like that doesn't, it's not consistent. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. And even go further, do we believe that they can take human form and appear to be normal humans? Yeah.
Right. Again, like I said in the last episode, it's like through which branding will you believe it?
Yeah.
You'll believe the story that someone tells you about Archangel Michael dressing up as a police officer and saving you at a car accident.
Right.
But you won't believe that an NPC, in quotes, is dressed up as like a businessman passing you on the street.
Correct.
Like, what's the difference in the branding that you'll buy from the first that you won't buy from the second?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think to go further on that, like you were saying before, like, is it like a mysticism? Is it like a culture you don't understand? Is there something? But I also think, like, how do you look in the story?
Exactly.
You look pretty great if Archangel Michael decided you were special enough to save.
Yeah, an archangel comes down from the heavens to save you. Excellent point.
Okay.
Excellent
But you
point.
don't really look all that exciting if you didn't realize
if you're talking to like the homeless NPC.
Exactly right.
Right. It makes you crazy too. I'm doing a lot of air quotes this episode, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think that's a big part of it too.
I agree with you. I think that's an excellent point.
So I wanted to sort of expound upon this because this is a question, like I said before, that has been asked since the dawn of time. We've always been going like, are there other things?
Right.
So,
because we've always sensed other things.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you more questions that I already know the answer to.
Okay.
Do you think that there are aliens among us?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to also say, I think it would be incredibly self-centered to think that in a universe this big, that we were the only
Jamie, are you claircognizant? Because that's where I was trying to take you. Because I have written right here, it makes more sense that there would be other things besides us.
Exactly.
It makes way more sense than that there wouldn't be. If you're going to do it from the most logical of scientisty brains.
Exactly.
It is way more logical that there is than in this strange thing that is life.
Right.
It's only earthly beings.
Right. Okay.
What?
I'm also not willing to say that there are like reptiles in business suits running the government. I'm not willing to say that.
We have an episode on that.
We do. I'm not willing to say that. But to say that we are the only beings in this entire fucking mind-blowing universe, as big as it is, I still can't wrap my brain around it. To think that we're the only ones, it's such a human logical. It's such a human like white person thing to be like, it's just us. It's just us here.
Or even just to say like, oh, you can't talk to spirits. That's crazy.
Right.
Is it?
Right.
Is it?
Exactly.
Or does your brain just have trouble with that concept because it doesn't fit into like a religious construct you were taught?
That you were taught. Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Listen, if anyone, I don't care who they are, even if it's, what was her name? Donna. Who's mad about her coworker and accusing them of being an NPC. Even if it's you, if you're coming up to me and saying, I had this experience with like some kind of other being, I am not immediately like, no, you didn't.
Right.
I am much more like,
tell me more.
Something happened.
Right.
What was it?
And what are you picking up on? And what are you afraid to like, what are you afraid to accept intuitively?
Yes.
That you have to now make it this like bad guy NPC story.
And I am someone who people like to come tell me those things. Like I am a safe space for those kinds of stories.
I would go a step further and say that also you are a safe space for that. But I think there's also an entire demographic of people that are looking to tell you those stories for bonus points.
Right. Like they'll bring them into an invisible club that
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That does happen. There's like a show-offy element sometimes to it.
To the point where like if you want to know about my ADHD and my demand avoidance is that like I wouldn't tell you things like that when I first met you.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like I'm not like being a pick-me.
But yes. But you would accidentally tell me stuff all the time that I was like, holy shit. Yeah. So try if you want, but I will. Right, exactly. Yeah. But be careful if you're going to tell me your dreams because
we already went over that. Don't do that.
Okay. But so for whatever their reasoning, people like to tell me these stories. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I like to listen to them.
Yeah.
But
yes,
0 times out of 200,000.
Yeah.
Have I thought that the person telling me the story had no kind of supernatural experience?
Right.
I believe 100% of the time they did. I might interpret what happened to them differently than the story they're telling.
Right.
But I do believe it. I've heard everything. Mm-hmm. Literally, it's like, I don't really think you could really surprise me with a crazy supernatural story because I have probably been told it before. Mm-hmm. Probably you too.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, try us. There's always been one experience that I'm told people have that I can't solve.
Right.
But I don't think, I'll tell you what it is. I'm not trying to be like weird about it. Mm-hmm. I don't think that they're telling me something that's wrong. I think that how they're describing it and how I'm interpreting it are different. Mm-hmm. And that is when people say that they have had an experience where they were a person for like 20 years and they were in a bad car accident and they died, but then they came back into their body as somebody else.
Oh, no one's ever told me that.
Okay. Well, I have heard this story.
I'm sure.
It's always a car accident too, by the way.
Interesting.
Yeah. I do believe that something supernatural happened to you in that moment. I'm not sure I think it's that. Yeah, but I'm not listening to your story being like, you're making shit up to be crazy. I'm listening going like, you believe that and I believe that you believe that and I believe that something did happen. I think it's that. But I'm not going to poo-poo it. And I'm not going to think it's not something. Right. And, there's smaller things too, where someone will tell me like, I think there's a ghost in my house and I ask a few questions and I'm like, it's definitely Fae. People always think it's a ghost.
They don't want it to be Fae either.
Usually Fae. Right.
Also, I'm going to cover our bases here for 1 second.
Please do.
Let me just say, for the haters that are inevitably listening, Heather is not saying, she's not saying that there's like not actual things like schizophrenia.
Oh,
and
right.
Like things like that.
Correct.
You're just talking about like your interactions with people. There are certainly people who are schizophrenic.
Yes.
That are experiencing things, hallucinations.
Yes.
That are not happening.
That are not supernatural things that are happening.
No, and you're not saying that everything is supernatural.
No, I'm not.
Sorry, just
no. I'm preventing
the emails because I know that someone's got their fingers on their phones.
Right, 100%. You know what? I have had people who have certain diagnoses tell me that they think there's a supernatural element to their diagnosis, and I don't necessarily think they're wrong. But those aren't conversations for me, in my opinion.
And you're also the first to the point where you make your clients upset to be like, hey, I'm not working with you until you see a therapist.
100%.
Because you realize
it's not a good business move, but
it's not a good business move, but it's a good human move.
It's to
take care of people.
Yeah, exactly right. So yes, those lines can be blurry, but like people, those aren't conversations I'm staying in. If it's like, I'm having this episode, can you tell me if there's a dead person, manipulating me? I'm not staying in that conversation ever. And I'm not rude about it. I'm just like, this isn't, I don't want to be a part of this for your sake.
I also just watched the Ed Gein story on Netflix, which we have to talk about outside of this. Oh. So it's got me thinking a lot about schizophrenia.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I think there's all kinds of stuff that I don't know the answer to, but no, these kinds of conversations are people who are like, I want to tell somebody about an experience I had that very few people I think would understand or believe me.
Exactly.
And I think that Heather has had a lot of experiences like that in her life, and I think she would believe me, and she might actually be able to give me some insight into what happened.
Yes.
So that is the kind of conversation that I'm referring to.
Yep. Seeing clarity there.
No, I like it. Do you think that there are some people in the world who are NPCs in the sense of like they're just kind of here to further your journey? Or some sort of other being that's here to just inform you of something, and then they like poof into thin air.
Yes, I do think that.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. I think the thing that I would put an asterisk with is I don't think they're just here to do that to you personally.
Correct.
I think they're here to do that to a lot of people.
No, and I also don't think, I think it's someone that you just have like a passing interaction with. It's not like your best friend who's like only purpose here is to like help you. That's not a thing, and that's selfish and conceited.
That's narcissistic. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. But like, I think like if you have like a passing interaction with someone and it like hits home and it like strikes a chord with you, or some sort of epiphany happens, like it could just be a conversation.
Yeah, and it's not like so much that I would go out on a limb and be like, I stand for this.
No.
But I'm saying, like, I do think that in the realm of possibility, in the sort of interactions I've had, and in the thousands upon thousands of stories I've heard from people, that would make sense, and that I would say I believe that happens.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. How about Fae? Do you think Fae disguise themselves as human?
Yes.
And walk around and try to trick you? I think they do. I don't think it's as nefarious as people are imagining.
Agreed. And I also just feel like for me, I think of Fae as energy. Like I think Fae can fuck me up without the bodysuit, like without the skin suit. They're like, the energy of that is powerful enough that,
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like repeat a whole conversation we've already talked about, but like I had that conversation with that person who was like talking about Fae, like, oh, do you love them too? And I was like, well, I respect them.
Oh, right.
Because I think that most of the Fae's trickery has to do with words. That's why I won't ever have a welcome mat on my front door. If you can't figure out why your shit keeps going missing, if you have a mat that says welcome. That is an energetic invitation.
Come on in.
And Fae will take it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it feels like very Rumpelstiltskin-y. Like that's like the Fae energy for me is like I don't want to have a conversation with someone if I feel like they're like trying to trick me.
Yes. Yeah. It's an intention thing. But like, I don't actually think a lot of Fae have to spend all the energy it would take to put on a human suit and trick you. I think that they probably just did it and you have no idea.
Right.
They didn't have to do all of that.
Agreed.
You probably unintentionally allow, like Christmas time, do you have a bunch of little elves and gnomes out? Oh, that's fine. But did you also set an energetic boundary that that's not an invitation for other beings to enter your home?
Right. And have a bunch of your like gifts gone missing that you can't find because they're gone. Right, exactly. Oh, I lost that gift for so and so. Where the hell did it go?
Yeah.
Or like the bells that you put in your windows and like all that is energy.
Yes.
Like if it feels too trippy for you to think of Fae and bells and gnomes and like everything is energy.
Yes.
It's all energy. Like the ringing of the bells is energy. Like it's just.
I gotta tell you though, even the people who are really squidgy about Fae and anything like that, the amount of times they'll come to me and they'll be like, I have something going on energetic in my house. And they're like scared.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to do with stuff going missing or stuff being moved or a light doing a weird thing. And they're always sure it's like a mean ghost.
Exactly.
And the amount of times that I explain to them, it's most likely Fae. I ask a few follow-up questions. I ask, do you have a welcome mat? Do you have a welcome sign on the door? Do you have any little figurines that are Fae-like or elf-like or anything like that? And it's always yes. Or my daughter has a new fairy garden that she has inside in her room. And I'm like, oh.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so then I just explain. They do it.
Yeah.
And then they tell me it stopped.
Right.
I don't care. And then they go around being skeptical again.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
If it's in your face, you're willing to try it. And then you tell me it worked. But then you're like, but I don't believe I could ever talk to dead grandma. Like it's just. It's those places like you'll believe Appalachia has a being, or you'll believe that there's a Sasquatch in Alaska, but you won't believe that there's a non-human talking to you in Salem. Like
exactly,
that's weird. Yeah. You're drawing weird lines.
Yeah, my doormat just says hello.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll greet you.
Mine is a quiz.
I know it is. Shocking. It's a pop culture quiz. Now you have to tell them what it says. It says
a friend's welcome mat, and it asks if you believe Ross and Rachel were on a break, and it's for people who are delivering stuff.
It's like
leave them on the package
here or there. Do people actually do it
all the time? I actually have a note. Some of them write me a note. Like I said, I have it framed. I'll show it to you when we go downstairs. Like they put it on.
Is that what that is? That FedEx thing?
Yes.
Oh, I had no idea what that was.
So it says. Like they put it on, yes, I believe they were on a break, but then they wrote a note that said, but I think Ross is still a jerk.
Noted.
It's just another human interaction. It's a way for me to pull information.
Analyze people. Exactly.
100% it is, yes. And then people coming in will start a conversation with me about it. If the salesman comes and they want to talk to, first of all, if my husband gets to the door, I got a beeline because he's going to be trapped. But I get there and I'll be like, answer this question first. And then they're all thrown off.
And they're like, see you later.
And then they answer, and I'm like, okay, great. We don't want anything. Yeah. And I close the door, and they're like, shit. But whatever. It's all thought out. But yes, don't have a mat that says welcome or come on in, y'all, or whatever they say.
All are welcome.
No, they're not. No.
Also, not all humans are welcome either. Like,
what's wrong with you if you want all these people to come in? There's a lot of people who might come to my house. The majority of human beings would not be welcome if they came to my house at any given moment.
Yes.
I don't want you in my house.
No.
Inside?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's gross. Gross. Okay. Let's talk about why this whole NPC thing can be problematic. I feel like we've established that like we believe in other beings. Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
But like, let's talk about why there's a problem with this.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like forever the whole story of intuition is just being twisted.
Exactly.
Here we are again.
Okay. So there's a part of this that you touched upon in the beginning of the first episode that is, it's giving me Atlantean vibes.
Yes. That's what I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for.
So the whole thing with people being Atlanteans, like when you study that, it's very rooted in Nazi culture.
You're gonna piss off so many people, dude.
What's new?
The white girls love this shit.
I know.
They love it. The Atlanteans, the Pleiadians, like I'm this race, red flag, race of alien.
Yeah.
Like we have an episode on that, or we talked about it in an episode.
We talked about it in a bunch of episodes.
Like
yes,
But
problematic.
People fucking love it. Take this quiz. What alien race are you? Nazi. The answer is Nazi. Fascist.
Well, and the reason that I keep saying it, despite it being something that pisses people off, is because I understand how you could be tricked into like going into that and not see that right away.
Yeah, because there's a part of everyone that wants to like be special, and there's a part of everyone that wants to be included, and I get all of that. Yeah, but you gotta step outside of that and just check your surroundings.
Yeah. And go like, what's the,
for everything,
what's the root of this thing that I'm now selling Atlantean readings or some shit, and I never researched where this came from. Like, that's what drives us crazy.
Exactly.
Like, that's so irresponsible. Exactly. And there's no integrity behind that. And I really don't like it. Do I think it's fine if you want to look into like oh, could there be like alien mixed in with human? Like, yeah, cool. Dude, absolutely.
Right.
Go for that. I'm just saying, like, beware the Atlantean thing. That has some real dark roots to it.
I cut you off when you were saying it has like ties to Nazism, and
it does. Yeah. It 100% has ties to Nazism. So I think if you aren't looking for that and you're doing it, and you heard me say this, I'm not mad at you. I'm trying to inform you
please.
Before you go too far down this rabbit hole that it leads to a dangerous place.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. It's part of like the white woman pipeline. It really, really is. God. I know. I shouldn't say that. That's like a trigger for you to go on a tangent. But
I'm literally trying not to. Like, about the whole like, I don't know. It's like the whole reason why like we have had to step away.
Yeah.
From the things that we really liked, like, because we see it being co-opted by all of these white women who don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
And they're appropriating cultures, and they're appropriating practices, and they're just doing things because they think it's a way to like step out of their 9-to-5 cubicle rat race and do this other thing that they think is just helping people, which, bless your heart, I love that that's why you think you're doing it. But like, you're not looking into where this practice comes from, or how you're making money off of someone else's culture, or like all of these things.
Yeah.
Right. And then it just, you see it more and more and more and more and more.
This is the place in both of our lives where the fact that you and I, for different reasons, have incredible imposter syndrome for everything.
Yeah.
Is the thing that makes sense to me why we feel that way.
Yeah.
Because it's the reason we never fell for all of that.
Correct.
And it's that, for me specifically, I'll want to hear from you too, but like, I have always been incredibly intuitive, and there was never a moment where I have ever doubted that there was something unique about me and how I am with intuition. Mm-hmm. But I always felt like an imposter because I never could do it the way other people did. I never felt like what I was hearing and being sold aligned with how I felt and how I saw things. Mm-hmm. So I never, ever wanted to be labeled as like the most special intuitive person in the world. Mm-hmm. And not because I'm like humble, but because I was insecure. Because I thought it was like, there was something so weird about me that even in this group of other weirdos, I'm the weirdest weirdo. I still can't buy it, right? How would you describe yours? There's a point to this, like your imposter syndrome in this industry.
Oh, I mean,
you just don't fit the bill correctly. You're not clairvoyant.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like I'm not intuitive in the right ways.
Yeah,
I'm not intuitive in the ways where I can prove it to you. So it was always like I can't
do it as a parlor trick.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And it wasn't enough that I just wanted to like be more of myself.
Yeah,
or help people.
Yeah,
I mean, that's more like with the Reiki stuff. Like I really loved Reiki, and I studied it a lot, and I felt like I was good at it.
Yeah,
and I've just watched it become, and thankfully to my claircognizance, I felt it really early on.
Yeah.
Just shift. Like I felt the shift in the MLMs. I felt all that really early.
Yeah.
And I pulled myself out of it early.
Not knowing why.
Just to share. But I just pulled myself out of Reiki really early. And I feel like other people have like given me a bad rep.
Yes.
Like retroactively.
Yes.
Like now when people talk about Reiki, it's like I get grouped in with that.
Yeah.
When I step back from it, and I like, it was something I took really seriously, and I really appreciated and studied a lot.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people not doing that.
Exactly right. It's sort of why when someone says to me like, "Oh, are you a psychic?" I'm like, "No."
Right.
It's the
You're
same.
Not a psychic. Right.
I'm
You're not that.
No, but it's also the same. Like, please don't lump me
exactly
with the people you call in a 1-800 number or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't put me in those categories, because those categories have become really problematic.
Right.
And so it's difficult to be both a lover of something and a whistleblower, which is what we are. Both of them. We are both of those things. Because to me, and I'll speak for you on this too, you can correct me if it's wrong, but if I love something, if I love this industry, if I love intuition and I feel passionate about it and I want more people to understand it, I want to fix it. I want it to be the best version it could possibly be for everybody. So me fighting in the industry is me loving the industry. But other people look at that and say, she's against it. She's talking bad about it. I feel the same way about my country. The reason that I'm so outspoken and loud and saying the things I don't like is because I do happen to love my country.
Right.
And I don't even like to say those words because it's like people are going to hear it as like the other way, because the only way you're supposed to love your country is if you want it to be problematic and protect some old thing that doesn't help everybody. Like that doesn't make sense to me. So it's this ideal. And the reason I'm bringing this up here is because that's why we're sitting here doing this podcast, is that for whatever reason, maybe it was, you know, some predestined thing, or this is what I would call purpose. All these things for us led us to here. And all these things made us question everything. Right. So, Atlantean stuff, that's cool. Let me listen to it. I have to look for problematic things or things that don't work because I'm programmed that way, not because I'm like smarter or better than everyone or have more integrity, but because of my own lived experience and insecurity and fear and ego. Right. That's why the ego is not bad.
Yeah, no.
And the same for you.
Yeah.
You're never going to just assume you can just jump right into being an Atlantean and like hope everyone identifies you as like the biggest Atlantean in the group because of your own ego and your own issues. And those things help inform us. So it bothers me when people like make comments or say that there's like a holier than thou thing of us criticizing this stuff, when it's like, this is us loving it.
Yeah, we're protecting it.
This is us understanding and studying it. So when other people, to your point with the Reiki, don't study it, misrepresent it, don't do this work that we've been doing for years, that we've fought tirelessly for, it is so exhausting and it is so frustrating.
Right.
So that's what we want to stop. Not like, oh, we're shaming you because you took a quiz if you were Atlantean or Plutean or whatever.
Yeah. Plutean. Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know the term. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Not because of that. Because we don't want you to be sucked into these things. And like this whole thing of saying like, is somebody I know an NPC because I don't agree or I don't like them, or you're accusing people in MAGA of being that or something, is dehumanizing. Like saying you're an Atlantean, I'm better than everybody is. It's the same thing. It's just dressed up different. And in every movement, look at like the whole like 70s with aliens and how obsessed people were with aliens back then, like 60s and 70s, right? Like if you look at that, there's people who are like, I could see them, I couldn't, like in every form of this, there are people saying like the books, there's a whole series of books about like Fae choosing someone to be a Fae with them.
Yes.
It's the same thing of specialness.
Yeah, it's like this elite superiority, like supremacy, white supremacy.
Yes. And it just, don't keep buying it. It's just dressed up different here. It's being called NPC, and you just can't fall into the trap of taking it into the bad place.
Well, and it's like what we've discussed in many episodes for many different reasons is that I think I made the term up. I don't think I've ever heard it, but like having like energetic or spiritual integrity.
Oh, yes.
Right. And like that's what we always talk about when 100%. You're deciding.
I think you named something that we were like, what are we trying to say here? And you named it that.
It's like, you should manage your own integrity all the time.
I write about that in the book. There's a whole chapter.
Oh, you did? Nice. I can't wait.
Sorry.
Heather wrote a book. Whether it's energetic integrity, spiritual, emotional, like intellectual integrity, anything like that. Listen, there's enough wrong with people, with MAGA people, that you don't need to resort to like white supremacist ideals.
That you're accusing them of.
Right. Like you need to manage them. Like you need to manage your own integrity. Like I can argue with someone on the right without saying that that you're not human. Yeah. I can say you're in a cult. I will say that.
Sure.
But I will not say that you're subhuman.
You're not critically thinking. Yeah.
And it also avoids the actual problem. Right.
It dodges the responsibility of the person.
Because then like if you're saying that person is an NPC, then like they're from a different planet or they're a different entity or whatever it is. And so there's no real point in educating them or helping them or helping the circumstances in their lives that have led them to be so desperate to believe in MAGA that they have bought into it that hard. Like, you're avoiding all of those things. It's like a cop-out in a way that, like, oh, they're an NPC, don't worry about it, don't think about it, fuck them, type of thing.
Yes, and that thing that you're saying right now, I was like, how am I going to explain this in the episode? This Jamie did, because she's quite cognizant. She found what I needed her to say. That is like an exact mirror of the classism and the class war happening in America right now. And if you are not noticing that those types of things are happening, like, and you're like, oh, it's just a TikTok trend.
Right.
And I'm just doing it. But what it is like it's part of a much bigger problem. It's like the problem surfacing.
Those ideas spread. Right.
Yeah. And you don't know how to explain that you keep being told that, you know, the reason that your life is hard is because of the people who have nothing, not the people who have everything. Right. Like,
or like, that's what you say about like the Palestinians in Gaza.
Yes,
is that
other than
they're subhuman.
Exactly.
They don't count. We can murder them. We can bomb them. We can kill their babies. Like, because they're an NPC. They're whatever, like however you want to frame it in your mind is like, that's your version of saying someone's an NPC. It's like saying they don't count. They don't matter. And so I can do whatever I need to do to claim this land, to colonize this land, to get rid of this like whole group of people.
Yeah.
Because it benefits me. Like, that's white supremacy, or like, that's patriarchy.
It's patriarchy. 100% it's patriarchy. And it's indigenous people are savages and we wipe them out. It's Black people are less human.
Right.
And they're just animals. They're just like things to own.
Yes.
It's women are their only purpose is to procreate and serve men. Like, it is just repackaging it. So here's me getting like spicy. Mm-hmm. Don't come into my fucking space with your supernatural stuff.
Right.
And package it through patriarchy.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out. No.
Right. Because if you're going to start to buy into the ideas of someone being less human than you are because they're an NPC, then it's a lot easier to take the next line of messaging, which is that like they're this color, so they're less human, or they're this gender, or they're not a gender, they're non-binary, so they're less than me. Like the second
they're
you
born
buy
on that patch of grass instead of this one.
Right. Like you buy that in one frame, you're going to buy it in all the other ones.
And that's why it's so important to shut down.
Right.
And why I actually wanted to do this episode.
There you go. Well, I'm with you on it. I just didn't know. I didn't know about it.
Another thing I saw a lot of when it was like, so I also looked at TikTok and I looked at Reels. I can't do Facebook. I'm sorry. So I don't know.
I don't either. I only do the marketplace.
I know, right. So I didn't find a lot on Reels, but I did find a lot on TikTok. So I just don't want you to think
you probably will in
on
like
TikTok.
6 months.
Exactly right. So on TikTok, I looked up, like, how do I know if someone is an NPC?
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Okay. And so the most common answer was that they don't have inner monologue, which is just neurodiversity. Not everyone
exactly. And how the hell do you know? Just to ask people? Like,
they say
questioning
like, it's
people?
a tell when someone's like, oh, I don't actually have inner monologue. And it's like, no, they're just not an audient learner or clairaudient, most likely.
Yeah, so now you're talking about like brains and neurodiversity and disability and
trauma.
Ability. Right. Yep.
That was the top thing to look for.
That's wild.
And they're saying like they're going into the video game thing. Like in the video game, they're just saying a script. Like they don't know. Yeah. So what they mean is that they're not like critically thinking, which is also not, doesn't mean someone's not human. There are so many humans that don't critically think.
It's really ableist also.
It really, really is. So it's like, it's just a different way a brain works.
Yeah.
That's it. And this is sort of what you were saying, but like, it sort of takes the idea of like encouraging you to be the main character in your own life, and it takes it too far.
Yes.
Because you should be the main character in your own life, but you should also be a kick-ass supporting character in other people's lives.
100%.
So sort of saying like you're a main character, but that person's just an NPC. They serve no purpose.
Yeah.
Like this is again just dehumanizing people, and it asks the wrong questions. Like let's go back to our MAGA example of calling all of them NPCs. Okay, which again we don't think is the truth.
No.
You start to ask the wrong questions.
Yeah,
because. Listen, as frustrating as it is and as much responsibility, I do believe there's a lot of responsibility that lies on people who decide to promote all of that. I'm not giving them an excuse.
No.
But you're blaming victims instead of blaming a system.
The system is what has created this.
Yes. And so when you say that's just an NPC, they don't have a real, like you are supporting the system's belief and upholding the system, instead of going, look at all these people who are being like sucked into this. And again, I'm not saying they're free of responsibility. I'm saying you're fighting the wrong thing.
Correct. Yeah, you're not addressing the lack of education. You're not addressing the privilege. You're not addressing like the gerrymandering and all of the things that happen to enforce white supremacy and patriarchy in this country. You're ignoring all of that and putting the onus on the person.
Yeah.
And just saying like they're subhuman, they don't count.
And then the conversation stops there.
Exactly.
And it doesn't keep going. Right. And that's a purposeful distraction.
And there's no responsibility for you to like address the system. And there's no responsibility for them to fix their shit.
Yes. In this, if you think this is like a new thing, this is patriarchy 101.
Yes, exactly.
This is accusing people of being witches. This is something that's been happening forever. It's othering people. This is what they do. This is their whole playbook. And this is part of that.
Yep.
So you just have to be very, very careful. It's a distraction that you are accidentally buying into. Right. Instead of going like, hey, let's see if we could fix the system. Right. Yeah. Okay. So just 2 additional things I'd like you to consider, everybody. The first, this is what I'm going to propose it to you, Jamie. You're going to have to squash a super long rant and do like a medium-sized one. Okay. I don't think it's a coincidence that at the same time as this is happening, this NPC thing, that we also have the rise of AI.
Oh, agreed.
A non-human entity that is taking over and that the system is not responsibly handling.
Exactly.
And then blaming the people who are getting sucked in and tricked by it.
Correct. You're just leaving everyone to their own devices with AI. I mean, you're right. I have a lot of issues with AI. I will not go on and on about them. But the one you're getting at is, again, that integrity, like the sort of like the like technological integrity of just allowing people to have access to this system that we're already seeing, like the psychosis that's happening. Like people are like using it as spiritual advisors. People are using it.
Did you send me the TikTok?
You sent it to me.
Oh, of the guy who thought like he had like was some sort of special math genius.
Yeah, and he thought he was like some like government operative.
Yes,
because AI kept feeding it, and he kept trying to like fact check it, be like, no, now tell me why this isn't right. And it kept feeding him this information. And he went into like a psychosis for a while about it. There's so many problems with AI. Yes. But this, I agree with you. I don't think it's at all a coincidence that we're now being told to like buy into these like non-human entities.
Yeah, because if you just like believe that it's all existing around you, then what's going to stop you from using AI to the point of hurting yourself?
Right. Yes.
It makes that a lot easier.
Right.
And again, I believe the responsibility should be like on the people who have these AI companies, right?
Yes.
Who are destroying the planet with them and all, like, yes, I think you, the consumer, should be responsible about it. But I know where the blame should be again.
Right. The system.
Right. And you're going to be told it should be on you. Just like when, we have to drink out of crap straws while the billionaires fly around in space. Like, So it's all stupid. And I'm not saying that one excuses the other. I'm just saying like this is all built and this is all happening at the same time so that you won't force the right things to be done.
Yeah, you won't force the billionaires to stop the destruction that they're causing.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Okay. And then the second thing is, I think we are about to see another huge spike. This is a prediction of cult behavior in America.
Great.
And it's going to be something else. It's not just political.
Oh.
But listen, you and I have made it no secret that we love to study cults. They fascinate us as people who like human behavior.
They are fascinating.
That's what you want to look at. It's like a crazy extreme, right? So we study them. We're very interested in them. But when you see AI being popularized as like, just so someone will tell me what to do or all of this kind of stuff, that is making you ripe for the picking to be in a cult. And if 100%. You're going to tell me that there isn't going to be some cult that like AI pulls you into, or that some company uses AI to recruit people to, like,
agreed.
I see that coming miles and miles away. It's about to happen. And so I want you to know that there's no accident of the normalizing of NPCs and the talk of this and this being a trend and that about to happen.
Yep.
I hope I'm wrong.
Probably not.
But I don't think I am.
No. We really did womp this whole talk. We really did bring it.
I mean, I feel like we also confessed our like maybe out there thoughts on it. Like, are there other beings? Yes. But do I think the whole NPC movement is really fucking problematic? Double yes. Capital
100% yes.
Bold yes. What do you think? Final thoughts? Like you're Jerry Springer? That's another thing that dates us.
Sure does. No, I mean, I think we covered it. I mean, I would just say be very, very aware. I mean, everything in this political landscape, this capitalistic hellscape, got it in.
There it is.
I mean, obviously be aware of everything happening.
Yeah.
Like you see rises in all of these recession indicators, like all of this stuff, you can see all of them coming. I would just be very aware of what people want you to be looking at and buying and paying attention to.
I agree. And if you are like Jamie and I, and you didn't know what this was, you weren't like aware of this trend before we brought it to you, and you have teenage children or any age children, I would maybe have like a conversation.
Chat.
Yeah.
Agreed.
In whatever form you want, of just like, hey, be mindful that this could be problematic, and that, you know, we don't just automatically trust AI, and we don't automatically call people NPCs. Yeah.
Right.
So it's fine if you're joking around, but like, I need you to know the origin, like
be aware,
whatever. I'm not going to tell you how to parent, but I do think if you're like, oh, I've never even heard of this, like, well, the generations below you have.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that your kids haven't. Right.
Exactly. And it's coming. Things. I kind of think, I mean, we're recording this a little bit ahead of time, but I think by the time this airs, it'll be a lot more known.
Really?
The amount of TikToks I saw on it.
It's out there.
It's clearly like a niche, but it's coming bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him.
Okay. And it isn't just the people you get stuck talking to on Zelda.
No.
But that's where it comes from. All right. Well,
those are the good NPCs. They help you on your journey.
You're right, but it's really annoying when it's like 10 thought bubbles in that you got to scroll through to be able to get to the level you're trying to get to.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, I think we should not accuse anyone of an NPC and not use any AI and just walk and get a cup of coffee.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Hey everyone, Heather and I have an ask for you. If you love this episode or if you love the IGG, can you do us a favor? We need you to go onto whatever platform you listen on and download, subscribe, like, love, whatever it's asking you to do. Can you go do those things for us on the platforms that you listen on? It would mean so much to us.
Thanks for listening to our episode. For a way to get in touch with us, please visit our website, intuitivegirlsguide.com. We love hearing your feedback on our episodes.